Some of you may remember the ATI Omni Max Limited. This is the polymer lower, polymer upper AR-15. We bought super affordable, around $300 a couple of years ago. Wanted to give an update on that and show you a coating that we tested on this bolt. Coming up next on GBGuns. Recently, Matty AR, Burgundy Bomber, and myself spent about 4 hours out in freezing rain hammering away with a bunch of different rifles and pistols in different formats to show various things to you. You'll see some of that, and I'll be releasing those videos later on. But one of the things we used was this Omni Max Limited hybrid with the aluminum reinforced polymer lower, which has not cracked. We put 300 rounds of Barnaul steel cased ammunition through it out in that weather, and the upper is still intact. This is polymer plastic upper. Everything still good with this rifle. I don't have thousands and thousands of rounds through it, but you know what? Most people don't put thousands and thousands of rounds through it, especially if you're buying an affordable gun. The bolt, though, has two pieces in it that I really wanted to test out from Cryptic Coatings. So the expression ridden hard and put away wet most certainly applies to this rifle. We had 4 hours of freezing rain and sleet coming down on us, and we kept shooting, and then got real cold and wet and packed up and got the heck out of there. I let the rifles dry out for a day, and now we're taking a look at them, pulling everything apart. So you might notice that difference in color on this guy here. This is Cryptic Bronze, I want to say it's called, from Cryptic Coatings. It has a claimed hardness that approaches some levels of steel. And what I was curious about is the two hardest working parts of the gun. I did have some before photos and footage that somehow disappeared, but the two hardest working pieces in your bolt, as far as cycling and things, are the cam pin, right, that rides back and forth in this bolt all day long. And usually you end up with some wear streaks on there. So I wanted to see if after 300 rounds of shooting, if we'd have that. And it appears we have some. Yeah, look at that. Right there, a little bit sheared off. See if I can get the camera to focus on that. See, there's a little bit of chrome, a little bit of shininess coming through there that is not the rose gold color. I did lubricate this. Yeah, there's some scratching there. So it did not hold up. Cryptic Coatings was not aware that I was doing this video, by the way. And the other piece is the extractor. And especially with steel cased ammunition, right? That extractor is ramming over the back end of those steel casings and then yanking on them as they stick a little more than brass does in the chamber. So it's got harder work, and I wanted to see if the extractor would show any wear after 300 rounds of steel case ammunition. If we can get the camera to focus. It all looks good. I don't see any loss there. Let's grab our firing pin and drive out this pin, get our extractor free. I recently changed from the regular Remington rim wipes to their professional line, which is these, and it really makes things oily, as you can tell by my fingers glistening just after working with it just this little bit. All right, now camera, let's show. I don't see any wear or any loss of coating there, which is interesting. The part, as you saw, wiped clean fairly easily. I mean, the stuff just wiped off, and that was after shooting the Russian ammo in the rain and cold, putting the rifle away wet, as in soaked with rain. And if you have seen our footage on Facebook, the slow-mo, you know just how wet these guns were. So we've got a success on our extractor and a possible fail on the bolt cam pin. I wonder, and I'm curious what your thoughts are, those of you that have had coatings like this or perhaps stuff from Cryptic Coatings, is that a piece that did not coat so well, or is that the maximum that that coating can handle? So I did the toughest of their coatings is the Cryptic Black, I believe it's called. I did not go with that. I went with this bronze because I wanted it to be a really easy visual of the difference there, but it certainly came off on part of this cam pin. Success or failure? You guys tell me. Have you used anything else and had it survive being a bolt cam pin? Obviously this coating is either done well or tougher than it needs to be for an extractor. So if you want an extractor that, at least on the surface, is going to resist hard use, I can recommend this. Not sure about for the cam pin. Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Like I said, this was a total blind test. Blind to the manufacturer, that is. And we'll see what you say, and then I'll talk to the manufacturer, talk to Cryptic Coatings, and maybe talk to some of the other coating folks and see what their response is. Thanks for watching.